With a lot of tennis players, we get sore shoulders. Speaking from personal experience, the serves, the overhead, all the different motions can definitely take a toll on our shoulder. So what can we do to help that? Well, today we have Dr. Ward to discuss the pain, the treatment, the causes, and things we can do to get those tennis players healthy again. Dr. Ward, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Rob.
All right, so tennis players, sore shoulders, what's the deal? What can they do? I'm listening.
Yes. Well, this is a common problem in tennis and other overhead sports. So, what happens in tennis and other overhead sports where you're swinging that racket overhead is that shoulder over time starts to elevate out of position. And when the shoulder elevates, it shrinks the space that the rotator cuff has to move and function properly. And then over time, that can pinch the rotator cuff. We call that shoulder impingement or rotator cuff impingement. And if you let it go too long, it can create a tear in the area. So we call that a rotator cuff tear. So that is how it happens. It happens from overuse, from having that arm overhead over and over again. So if you're experiencing some shoulder pain with tennis, or even if you're not, I'm going to give you a couple of things you can do to help bring that shoulder down into the right position. So one is an exercise that mimics a 1-inch punch type motion. So I'm going to turn side profile here so you can see. So if you imagine I'm lying on my back and in this hand I'm holding a lightweight like a 5-pound dumbbell, I'm going to keep my elbow straight and just protract my shoulder. So it's a small motion where I'm just pushing that shoulder forward. And that's a really good move to do to activate the cuff correctly so that then when we go overhead, it's not pinching that muscle. And then one other one I like is with a kettlebell. So you get a light kettlebell, you'd hold it bell side up. So the bulbous part is up here. And then you'd press overhead and then you just walk around with that kettlebell for a few minutes. And that again will help strengthen the cuff so the shoulder is held in the right position, especially during overhead activity. And if you tried both those issues and you're still having shoulder pain or discomfort or popping, chiropractic evaluation would certainly be warranted.
Very insightful. Well, tennis players want to stay healthy, myself included, so very helpful. Thanks, Dr. Ward. Appreciate your time.
You're welcome.